Three, two, one, and we are live. Hi, everyone. I'm Chris Trammell. I'm the creator, developer, and head coach of the Author Launchpad, as well as Launch Your Life's Work, where I get to work with authors and experts and other career strategists about bringing their life work into the world, either through a book, a talk, some form of expression that has them feel most lit up about bringing their life work to the world. And every now and then I have the opportunity to receive these types of awesome packages in the mail. This one's got some girth to it, I'll tell you that. Where my colleagues that I have met, I do a show called the Author Launchpad Livecast. You might have seen some of my colleagues that have been on that show. I also have the Life Work Leadership Livecast, where I specifically interview people about what is your life work? What is it that you are here to do, that you're going to put all your effort behind one mission, one thing that you want people to know, and deliver that. And so, what's that promise that you have? What is the process and the product that helps that promise be alive in someone else's life? And then, fourth, ultimately, what's the platform? I tongue twisted my own self. What is the platform in which we're going to promote people to go to? So, one, you got to have a promise. Two, your product is your process so that people are able to achieve that promise into their lives. And then three, ultimately, it's having your own platform to make sure that people know where to find you and there's a way of getting to you. So, inside of doing life work with individuals, I created another product called the Author Launchpad. Now, why did I create the Author Launchpad? I created the Author Launchpad because what I saw is many people, they want to be on that level, that Tony Robbins, Gabby Bernstein, um, Brene Brown, Julie Ciardi, Kelly Roach. They want to be at that level of being seen right there, but they've never done the work. They don't have a process. They don't have a program. They don't have a way of generating revenue consistently each and every month. So I was a school teacher for 15 years. I taught at the Los Angeles Zoo High School. I know, very unique. And inside of teaching at the Zoo High School, I knew that all my seniors, by the time they were ready to leave for college, had to start with the basics of biology, had to start with the basics of science, right? So, using that same scaffolding methodology, I brought it to expertise. If this is where you want to be, scalable with the life work engine behind you, where do I got to start you out at? And oftentimes that's just coming up with your one core offer, the clear message, and your one product that comes out of your book. And that's what we do inside of the Author Launchpad, which is to go through a 90-day, three-phase program. Or what are we going to package? What are we going to help you market? And then how are you going to monetize it? And walk you through that so you could be effective with it. And that's really why I'm so excited about today's, it might be nighttime wherever you are, tonight's special guest by Corey Kirby. And I even went to make sure, because I'm part of the cool kid team, right? Like, he reached out to me and he said, "Hey, I'm going to be releasing my upcoming book, and I'd love for you to be on that team." I'm like, "All right, great." And this was like months ago, so I had forgotten about it. And then my wife, who loves whenever I get more books, she's like, "You got another book?" I'm like, "Really?" And then I saw that it was from Corey Kirby. So shout out to Corey Kirby. I know you've been working on this for a while. I acknowledge you for the deep work that you've done to have this book be in existence. Because it's one thing, because Corey's a publisher. So it's one thing to support other authors on their journey. And I know that he also has his colleagues and his team that do some of the other editorial work and developmental work. But as the publisher, it's a different hat that you wear than when you're the author. And he put himself back into the seat of being an author. Now, what do I mean by back into the seat? The first time I ever interviewed Corey is I got to speak with them about this book right here, Why Do You Exist? And Corey, as a young guy just after college, jumped on his bike and started heading up and down the coast. And it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of photos in this book. Talks about his journey, the people he met. He had a surfboard right there, and that's his bike. So Corey's not new to this game. He's put out a number of books. He's really a great publisher. I do recommend him. If you're looking for a publisher, please reach out to Corey Kirby. You can find him at www. Corey is with a K, Kory, and then Kirby, Kirby.com, and go to CoreyKirby.com. You can find him on LinkedIn as well, and ask him, "Hey, Corey, I'm about to write my book. Could you help me?" And he'll let you know if you're his kind of person to work with. So inside of this one, why do you exist? Very introspective on the level of being, right? Like, why do we do what we do? Why am I here to do what I do? What are my gifts? And let me go out into the world. Now, Corey's grown up. Corey's a mature adult. Well, we're all wherever we are using that mature adult loosely. Um, and now we've got a book here, right? So let's go ahead and dive into Corey Kirby's latest publication. So here we go. Let's go ahead. This is legit. I'm cutting it right here. I shouldn't cut it towards me, right? Like rule of thumb. So there's one. And one of the things that he's been doing, and I invite you to look at this, is that as Corey's been writing this book, he has also been putting all of his content on um, LinkedIn. That's his place because a lot of the authors that we work with, the experts, the nonfiction, leadership, management, professional development, you find them in that realm. Now over here on Substack, we're able to find it differently. Here, it's more expressive. It's less buttoned up. We don't have to look as professional, like we're walking into a networking event every time we show up somewhere. And so here on Substack, um, we're able to express ourselves differently. Well, nonetheless, wherever you're going to express yourself, show people that journey. Tell them what you've been on, because I have been watching where Corey's been posting about his books. About 2 weeks ago, he received his first 150 books. And well, that was kind of deep, but didn't go into the book. He received his first 150 books, and he posted a picture of himself with his book. So as you are receiving your books, what are you doing? Or as you're writing parts of your chapters, what are you putting out there? I got to check one thing. If you've been with me before, you know that I always say to check your tech. So I got to check something right now. Okay, good. It already shows that I'm in my own room. Why? What am I doing? I've got another phone right here, and it says that I'm live. So I'm just making sure that my audio is coming through, that I'm able to observe myself, because I don't have someone else telling me, yeah, everything sounds great, or you're not glitching or anything like that. There's value in having a tech team. So again, whenever you're going to go live, if you can have a tech team, please have a tech team. It's very useful to you. Make sure the quality of your work is there. Back to Corey Kirby's book. Let's go ahead. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Let's see. This is it. Listen to that. Okay. All right. Here's a note. I'm not going to read the whole note, but he does notes. I got this note this time, and last time he wrote a note inside of Why Do You Exist? That was the note he sent me last time. And this was like 2-3 years ago. So let's see. Corey Kirby, you legend, you. Uh, right on. I'm so honored to have you as friend and colleague and supporter. You are a real one. Okay. Excited for when we get to meet next and talk about Pressed. Should be in person. Hope you enjoy my new publication. All right, Corey Kirby, here it is in front of everybody. First time out. Oh, that's nice. What is that right there? That's pretty cool. So one of the things that Corey said that he did was that he created how you could support me. And he's really got great iconography, symbols, images. He does these great iconography here. It says, Presents Pressed by Corey Kirby after 8 years of guiding experts through the publishing process and taking more than 100 books across the finish line. If you ever see Corey's live videos, he's got all of his books lined up behind him in his office. I've distilled my hard earned system into a strategic, practical, step by step guide to self publishing a nonfiction book. You've been personally selected to receive this book because I respect the heck out of you. I believe you'll enjoy it. And if you feel inclined, you can play a crucial role in supporting the book launch Tuesday, April 14th. So I'm going to make sure that you have that information for Tuesday, April 14th. I'm also going to share with you, I'm on another book team for Kelly Roach, my coach, whose work I've included inside of the Author Launchpad as part of the Authority Hour. So that's a separate message I'm going to give you. But what I want you to see, if you're observing this and you're an author, is like, what can you do to elevate your book launch? This is awesome, right? Here's how you can support from a small ask to a big ask. As I post about the book on LinkedIn, hit the like and drop a comment. Take a pic or make a video. I'm doing video and I'm going to do pics of you and the book. Write a review and send it to me. Post about the book on LinkedIn and tag me. When the book launches on Tuesday, April 14th, buy a copy on Amazon, ebook or hardcover, then leave an honest review. Your review will be verified if you buy a copy first. Thanks for your support and partnership. Much love, Corey. And if you would like to support Corey, there's the QR code. I'm going to put it right there. Go ahead and scan that QR code. And that's your way where you could support another author on their journey. So here we go. Look at, it's even got the plastic on it. That is sweet. So pressed. That's backwards. I don't know how to do it. So it's right side up. Either way, it's backwards. Pressed. And the book on publishing books for experts and thought leaders. Look at the thickness of this thing. This was the type of book I used to teach out of. Actually, some of my other books a little less thick. Well, let's go ahead. And you got to remember, he's a publisher. And one of the things that Corey really did is he talks about that you are producing a very high quality piece of work that represents who you are and the quality of work that you bring to the world. So it's always been part of his motto, and it's part of his strategies as well. So I'm going to cheat and say that one of the things that Corey taught me was, if you could get a nice hardcover book like this, let's say you do management, you do training and development like I do. When I'm not working with executives, I do executive coaching, I do performance coaching, communication, pitch coaching. And what Corey describes is, get your book, get a letter like this, package it all up, and send it to an organization like the head of people or the HR department or a VP or somebody like that, and say, I would love to talk about this specific part of my book to your team. I think it would make a huge difference in your performance and your outcomes and what you're out to accomplish. Go ahead and give me a call, read the book, compliments of me to you. I hope it makes a difference. And if I could come in, I'll bring lunch, you bring the team, and we'll go ahead and have a really fantastic event. It's a strategy that works. Okay. I've used it. Corey's clients have used it. So you can see how he uses his own strategy. So I wanted to point that out to you as well. So now let's go ahead. It is nice. Corey, well done. Which is a beautiful book. Okay. Nice bright colors. Let's see as we keep going through right here. I'm going to try and share this with you. There it is. Pressed, the book on publishing books for experts and thought leaders, written, designed, and published by Corey Kirby, Corey Kirby Books. He used to be a little cabin press, and now he's grown up to Corey Kirby Books. is fabulous. Well done. So it's got all the parts. I'm going to read the parts through the table of contents. I'm not going to read the whole table of contents, but I think there's value because right now I've been working with one of my clients and I've been telling you got to put this into sections. People need sections. You can't just drop it all on them. They need to be able to take breathers and to implement and to take that information and then integrate it. So part one, position and plan. One thing from that is who are you writing for? What is the book they want? Why will they matter? Why will it matter to them? See, position and plan is one. Part two, write and edit. Remember, you get a book done by button seat, writing words, and then editing it. And for me, I'm a developmental editor. I'm a developmental project man. Please don't ever ask me to line edit, copy, and grammar. I write like I speak. I dictate everything, and then I hand it off to the editors. They're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, I know. I write like I'm speaking from the stage. I write like the leaders I've watched at the front of the room leading transformational programs. I don't write like authors write. That's not my skill set. My skill set is doing this and bringing it to life. So write like you edit, fill in your outline by leveraging your strengths. You gotta leverage your strengths, right? Like, what are your Clifton strengths? What is your depends on how you look at it. What is your Myers-Briggs? Can you tell? ENFP. So extrovert, intuitive, feeler, perceiver. So those are my strengths, right? On disc, I think I'm an I, and in sports, I'm a decathlete. I'm an Ironman. Uh, I'm all types of things. Find your strengths, lean into your strengths. So there you go. That's great. Work with a developmental editor. I like that one a lot. I really like that one a lot. You need to work with a developmental editor if you're considering life after book. That's my job. Okay. Life before book and publishing the book, that's Corey's job. All right, let's go ahead and keep looking through it. Part three, publish. Okay, look how long this section is. Right there, publish. Part, well, let's go. Let's take one part on publish. Work with a copy editor, print and distribution, create your accounts, develop your book metadata. Wow, there's a lot there, Corey. Well done. Really, that's thorough, super thorough. Work with the proofreader. Absolutely. Work with the book designer. I know some fabulous book designers. Part four, launch and market. How to think about your book launch and marketing. Absolutely. Prepare for launch, launch month, and post launch. Stay disciplined. Now, look, you could tell this is where Corey and I, like a relay, right? Track and field like a relay. You're the book. Corey's going to get you through to the publishing through that first phase, and then he's going to hand you off to someone like me if he chooses to, or your publisher can, because right here, post launch is the final part of his book. This is where I pick up and I say, oh no, there's all these other things inside of the book that you need to do to bring your book to life. So for those of you that get to work with Corey, right on. Like, great job. Look at the knowledge that you get to experience working with Corey Kirby. All of this, all of this, you couldn't ask for a better professional to work with inside of the publishing journey. And talk about an authority piece, right? Like in the world of marketing, he just created a massive authority piece. So anybody that wants to work with him, or if you have a consult call, he'll be like, hey, I'm going to send you my book. It becomes a lead generator for him. And he says, I want you to read these chapters, and then get back to me and let me know what it is that you really want to do with your book. It's genius. Well done, Corey. And then there's, he's even got words in the margin. Words in the margins. I know there's a name for that, but I don't know. I know there's pictures right there. Little subheaders, how this book solves your problem. This book shows you how to package your knowledge into a well-designed book, pressing your expertise into something real, tangible, valuable, and crafted to be read, to spark conversations, to position you as the go-to and to earn you opportunities. Mm, that's it. That is fabulous. That is exactly the door that a book opens for you. So, um, yeah, and why pressed again? It's because it's all the time. It's the knowledge, it's the expertise, it is the patience that gets pressed into these pages. It's why his image looks like this inside of pressed, is that it is, symbolic of everything that goes through and gets pressed all together to become your book, your work. And if I could invite you to anything, I'm going to play on top of the P's that he has here. Is once you're pressed and published, profits, not royalties, profits begin in programs, promises, products, processes, platform. So, my invitation to you, I want you to reach out to Corey Kirby if you're thinking about writing a book and you need a publisher to talk to. Please reach out to Corey. Let him know, hey, Corey, I saw your book. I saw Chris Trammell on the Author Launchpad. Open your book, and it was really cool. And I'd like to know if you could help me with my book. And he'll go ahead. He'll let you know if he can. If he can't, he's going to refer you to one of our other colleagues that's a perfect fit for you. So absolutely an exquisite publisher to work with, just a super nice guy. Corey Kirby, shout out to you, Picture Time, for putting together, pressed, getting it out there. Look at this. I feel like I'm going to college. I'm going to college to learn how to publish a book. It is excellent. And here's the thing, you could either read the whole book as a beginning author and do it yourself, or have Corey do it all for you. And when you get right about to the middle of your manuscript, and you're like, hey, we should reach out to that guy, Chris, because what I'm thinking I want to do after I publish the book, that's where I jump in. So, with that being said, Corey Kirby, shout out to you. Well done. One more time. Corey Kirby, why do you exist? To help people get their work into the world and make their difference. And that's why you and I click so well, because we both do that the way we do that. Why do we exist? To help others shine their light and ignite others to be who they are and to be free to make a difference in this world. With that being said, I'm Chris Trammell of Launch Your Life's Work, the Author Launchpad, and I invite you to follow me, follow Kirby, and if there's anything else that we could do for you in your side of your book journey, just reach out to us and let us know. All right. With that being said, have yourself a great day, great evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.